A couple of weeks ago, I thought that it wouldn't be that hard to build a built-in bookcase in a small apartment, but I was f***ing wrong. It has been very challenging, but somehow it's still coming together pretty well. Except for the fact that Tim drilled the TV cord hole in the wrong place. That part is definitely screwed up.
So there is a very large mess that is going on here in the entire house, really. And honestly, we have not been able to address it until this video. And the reason being is because we have been in the process of building storage into this built-in bookcase situation. So we really had nowhere to put things that used to be in the older, less functional entertainment center. This one right here, that just didn't, it held a lot of shit, but like nothing was really organized. So that being said, everything's just kind of like everywhere. So this needs to be fixed. Okay, so I have my top sort of bumper lip piece. I don't know what this is called, but I have my top piece and now I'm just measuring to see how much of it I need to cut off. Ow, that f***ing hurt. So this part's a little bit nerve-wracking for me because I don't have help to put this on. But oh well, I'm just gonna wood glue it and then I'm gonna like put finishing nails in it. I can't believe I just did that. I had the measurements and then I just realized I cut the board the wrong way. All right, so now that I have the faceplates done, I need to go pick up some trim at Home Depot so that the doors that I'm going to make are not super two-dimensional and flat. I need them to have like, I don't know, more to them. So I need to go pick up some trim.
So at this point, I went to Home Depot, and when I was looking at their trim options, it was such a weird setup. They were legitimately like 25 feet long, and they make you measure out exactly what you need because they sell per foot, which I thought was pretty unusual. And then you got to cut it yourself with a very, very dull saw that just does not work, honestly, very well. So I was just sitting there hacking away at it. I'd also like to stop and point out this creepy Christmas decoration that they had out, Buddy the Meth Head Elf. And after seeing that, I had to leave.
right, so I have managed to make some doors for the front of this storage bookcase area, and they're looking great, except for there's one slight problem. It turns out that when I was aligning them, it was not perfectly straight. So like one side of both of these doors is slightly wider than like top to bottom. So like it's straight and then it's kind of like going out like this. So it's just kind of up. But this sounds like something that I should just pass over to Tim. Because, you know, I don't want him to feel like he's been left out of this project. So I want to leave some of this hard work for him. So yeah, I'm just going to pass that over to him. And then I have some stuff I got to get done. So we'll see how he does.
So Rose asked me if I got any footage of me using the circle saw. I totally didn't record any of that. So...
All right, so now that Tim has fixed the doors and you guys watched that entire process, I now need to put trim on them. So I'm gonna use the trim that I picked up at Home Depot earlier, the stuff that's sitting right here. And I'm just gonna use the miter saw and cut it and then just frame it around these doors so that they have a little more dimension so it's not just super flat. So while I was making my cuts, I don't know how I ended up doing this. It's supposed to go this way. Instead, I just wasn't paying attention. That being said, I only bought enough wood to exactly do these doors and nothing more. So after I'm done gluing these doors, I'm gonna have to go back to Home Depot because I am missing one piece for one of the doors. So, but right now I'm just gonna take some wood glue and like stick these down, clamp them, put them in place. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna go clamp this, let it dry, and in the meantime, now I have to go back to Home Depot.
It's all pretty. Like seriously, what the f?
Kirby. All right, I'm just gonna jump in and just cut this. I need to get it done. Okay, let's see if I made the correct cuts. I hope so. So I really don't want to go back to the store. Can I help you? Oh, you want me to throw this, Daddy? Go get it. Okay, now I just get to remove these clamps from last night. Hopefully, I mean, this should have worked. I don't imagine why it wouldn't, but With the way that things go on this channel, you never know. Okay. He's nice and thick and pretty and very sturdy. Look at how nice and sturdy this is.
Oh, nice.
I mean, there's some divots
Well,
in there.
yeah,
Shit.
that'll paint out of it. Nice.
Right?
Yeah. I like it. Looks good.
We have doors.
We have to. I'm so happy. This is the best. Wait, hold on. This is the best anniversary gift I've ever gotten.
You're welcome. So in hindsight, I probably should have put like I knew I should have put a block right here so it wouldn't leave like a divot from these, but honestly it doesn't really bother me and I figure it's kind of just gonna get covered up with the paint anyways. Ruby, I don't know why you always feel the need to get in the way of all of these projects. It's like whatever I'm doing, you're right there.
Why is it always you? Give me your Tootsie. Give me your Tootsie. It's all green. Kirby. No, stay off.
I plastered the walls the other day and I couldn't help but to notice, who did this? Was it you? It was you, wasn't it? Like it's not even necessarily that he's trying to be close. It's that he's just kind of like, where can I stick my fluff into something, whether it be into the wood glue in this or stepping on wet projects or... Why are you already laughing?
This is tilt when you do it.
I don't know, honey. Can you just...
Can I what?
It's because it's not locked right now. Don't worry about that right now. You're doing
No.
great, sweetie.
Keyword was help you.
I have to put these door hinges onto, or sorry, the doors, whatever it is. The doors need to go on this right here, but I can't just do it by myself. So I'm gonna need Tim to, for once on this channel, actually help with something.
Oh my god.
So we're gonna need Tim, but we also need another set of hands because we need someone to be able to hold the doors in place, just two sets of doors, because they're not like the most symmetrical because Tim f***ed them up. So we need two sets of hands to hold them. So I have called in the adult supervision.
You're killing me.
That's you. The most important player here, the MVP, the one who does more work on this channel.
Banana.
It's Banana. We have Andrea back, so she's gonna help us. It is officially the moment we have all been waiting for. I finally get to clean all of this shit up. Bye. And I'm gonna clean this up like now. It's driving me nuts.
This project has been challenging in ways that I honestly didn't anticipate, but despite all of that, I'm still so excited that we now have a functional storage space that we built ourselves. I'm also super stoked that we have our dining room back. It turns out that it's f***ing hard not having space to be able to sit down or eat a meal, but I digress.
Y'all, I just got my first client and I am so excited, but I'm not getting paid much at all, especially for the amount of work that I'm going to be putting in. So I don't know if I'm getting taken advantage of because I know these clients personally. So I'm asking you guys for help. If you could listen to the situation and then let me know if you think that I'm being taken advantage of here or like what to do, that would be awesome. So I was hired to redesign 2 homes for a client. This kind of came out of nowhere. They told me that unfortunately their old home was torn down. And since then they inherited 2 homes from their parents. And the way things stand now, these homes are pretty bare. There's nothing in them. Anyways, I'm going to meet with them now and I'm kind of nervous about it, but I'll record it so you guys can see how that whole situation goes. Thank you for trusting me to do your home. I feel so honored. All right, so let's talk about some of the things that you are interested in or elements that you want to add into your home. So it says here that Reggie, you like soft and squishy things, including but not limited to Dad's pillow. Okay. And Kirby, it says here that you would, quote, cut a for a nubs. Okay, that's not giving me much. How about I tell you guys some of the things that I'm thinking for the space? I'm imagining exposed beams, very rustic. Huh? And since you guys are both a little over 4 years old, I'm thinking Winnie the Pooh themed. And then, of course, I'll add in some cozy, unexpected elements that'll really up your property value. Does that sound like a plan? Fantastic. Pleasure doing business with you boys. Okay, so I'm getting started on my client's project here. I first have to paint the floor in here to match the rest of the boxes so it doesn't look like a half-built piece of shit, even though they're not paying me. So yeah, I'm gonna prime and then I'm gonna paint.
At least it gives Tim an opportunity to be like, oh, sorry guys, like, I gotta go home. Versus like if you were there. Picking her up and holding her, but sometimes I'm like not the costume
So it is officially that time of year. It is Christmas time. So I have my Winnie the Pooh Christmas sweater on. You don't have anything to say about that?
I didn't say anything. I said nothing.
And I was waiting for some comment about how it's not Christmas yet, Rose.
It's not Christmas. It's November.
So like I said, it's Christmas time. So I put on my Winnie the Pooh Christmas sweater, which is actually fitting with what I am about to do now, since I'm going to be hanging some special wallpaper in the boys' boxes, and it's going to be super cute.
What are you putting the microphone on?
Can you drill a hole in the dog boxes to feed the electrical cable through it? Like,
I did that last week.
I need like kind of a big hole. You drilled the. Did you drill it in the wrong place?
I asked you where you wanted to put it.
So you drilled it on the left side.
Well, there's outlets on either side, so where you want to? Why don't we just do the same thing?
Are you
over here?
f***ing with me right now?
I asked you where you wanted
You
to
did
drill
not
it.
ask me any such thing. I don't think. Listen.
I asked you where you wanted it. You were like in the middle, and I can't do it in the exact middle, so I had to pick a side.
So you picked the wrong side.
I picked the left side. There's an outlet on both sides. Why don't we just do what you were going to do on that side on this side?
Because there's already too many electrical wires with the interwebs being connected on that side.
So
There's no space. Well, I'm putting it in actually as kind of a just in case. Because if you're going to plug it in, now's the time, because I'm about to put wallpaper up. And if I put wallpaper up and then you need to plug in one of your PIS games, PS, whatever, games into the electrical interwebs, that you're probably going to need that. And I was hoping that you wouldn't go in and unplug God and everything in there, including lamps, so that you could play the PS games. Come on, hon. It's gonna take like 10 minutes. It's all for you. All you.
okay.
I'm so glad that's settled. What the is that shape?
It's called a triangle.
That's okay. Tim.
It's called. I made it work.
Listen. He did make it work.
It's called a show, is what it is, and it's called. It took me a half an hour to do it, and I finally got so upset about it, I just went buck wild with the drill.
I mean, it works. I got a wallpaper around it, I suppose, but sure, I guess. So it is the big moment. I ordered wallpaper for Kirby. This is not your box. This is my box. I ordered wallpaper for the boys' houses, and so I am going to. I ordered some wallpaper to go. I ordered some wallpaper to go into the dog houses. I need scissors. Kirby, this is my box. I guess I don't need scissors anymore. Okay, well, I have my wallpaper, and Kirby has his box, so thank God for that. It's way better lighting over here, so I'm going to show you. So it's so cute from what I've seen so far. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. I don't know that you can see this on camera, but that's what it looks like. It's adorable. And I only ordered one of these, so hopefully it's enough. Based off of my math and what it said it covered online, it should be plenty. But I'm always nervous about stuff like that. Y'all, it has been like an hour and a half, and I have only managed to do this one wall. And the amount of time, it's probably been more time than that actually, and the amount of time that it has taken me to do this section, that's what I was anticipating it to be for the entire, like, 2 boxes, which is infuriating because I have done peel and stick wallpaper way too many times to count. It's extraordinarily easy to do. Like, I have a lot of experience with it. Great, awesome. The reason why this one sucks so bad is because, number one, it's in tight quarters. But number two, the walls bulge out so unbelievably much, especially like right here. That is how much it bulges out. It is a significant amount right here that f***s up the entire wallpaper. So now that the wallpaper is put into the boxes, for the most part, now I need to find dog beds for these little guys so that they can be comfortable inside of their homes. I know, you like soft, squishy things. I'm gonna go get you a bed. So there is a lot of beds.
Oh, hello, friend. Which one do you like?
Hi. Hi, little guy.
Hello, friend.
Hi, buddy. Cute. Small friend. That one's bigger.
Yeah, it's 23 by 34. It's bigger.
Oh, nice.
You want two gray ones?
Yeah.
So it turns out that the gray ones were actually pretty stained, so we are instead going to go with this dog bed right here.
All right, let's see how this looks. Oh! I think it looks so good with the full getup. Reggie, you want to test something out, buddy? But you're gonna love it. You want to test out your new bed? I think it's Reggie approved. Well, now I have to put a faceplate on the front of these boxes, so I have to go to Lowe's real quick and see if I can't get some wood that works for this. Okay, this is the part where you actually cut the wood, not the...
Oh, you want me to actually do it this time?
Listen, as much as everyone loved your performance, which I appreciate all of the comments gassing him up, he's going to actually do it this time. All right, so Tim has just finished cutting one of these boards for the dog houses. So the most important part is about to partake right now. Hold still. Hold still. Okay, or just walk away. Hi, Reggie.
Well, it fits for Reggie. Yeah,
Right
I think
there?
right there.
All right, now we have our height marking so we can cut a door for them. So we officially have two faceplates. They're obviously not done yet, and we honestly might have to cut a bigger hole, just depending on, you know, Kirby's measurements. But so far, I think that it looks really good, and I am so excited because the next thing that I am going to do that you guys will see later is I'm going to paint this, put trim on it, deck it out. There are still some key components that are missing to these that are gonna be really cool. So I'm so excited to do that part. But I don't have time to do that this week because I am out of time. So you guys will just have to stay tuned for next week to see that.
Last week, I took on my first client, and normally I would be very excited about something like this, except I'm not getting paid. They told me that apparently because I'm their mom, they don't owe me shit. So this week, I'm going to finish up their houses so that they can stop complaining.
So last week, we left off where we just cut some holes in the front of these dog box faceplates. And it turns out that I don't actually need to make the holes any bigger than they already are now. The reason for this is because Kirby, the biggest dog here, already got inside on his own, turned around, and then walked back out comfortably. There's no issues. Also, I can fit into it if I need to do some sort of cleaning or anything like that. Physically, I can get in and out of this box, no problem. So there's really no point in making a larger hole. So for now, I'm just gonna prime it and paint it and get it ready to put trim on it. So while that primer is drying, I'm going to go to Home Depot because I need to get trim to go around the faceplate of the doghouse to make it like actually look like a house. So at this point I went to Home Depot, and honestly I was pretty shocked at the price of blue Scotch painter's tape. It's now $8. 2 years ago it was like $3. Get f***ed. And then I got some primer because I use a ton of this stuff. And then I got these little spongy foam roller things for the face plates. And then I was off to the dreaded trim section with these 25 feet long pieces. I mean, this one was short. I got lucky with this one. But then I had to turn around and I had to cut the pieces myself with this dull ass sad saw blade that they give you that just doesn't really cut for shit. And then I got even more trim because these faceplates were actually surprisingly deceptive. I needed a lot of trim to cover exactly what I needed to. And I had to pull out 25-foot pieces, like I said. So it was super awkward trying to pull out that large ass piece and then measure it on the floor while people are kind of staring at you. It's a weird experience, honestly. And then I was back to cutting with that dull ass blade, which took 20 minutes to do. And then at this point I was done with the trim, and then I was ready to go pick up the other things that I needed, which included this 90-degree angle because I keep making not straight cuts, so this should hopefully fix that. Some of this putty to fix the rough edges on my project, and then I was ready to check out and get to making these faceplates. So now that I am back from Home Depot, I am going to go in and spackle the edges of this, or the edge banding, whatever you want to call it. Because, oh shit, I'm realizing I'm gonna have to edge band this part too. Whatever, I'm gonna get started on this. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with some spackling and I'm gonna go over the pieces of the wood here that are exposed so that it's not super rough. So technically I could have used edge banding, which is like a veneer that it comes in like a roll and you press it down on like where you want to with your wood. And then most of the time, depending on the product, you iron it on. It's like heat activated. And I could have done that, but the only problem is that I want to put trim here and it slightly pulls over the lip. And so the veneer edge bonding was about 1 inch thick. So it would have stuck out and then you'd have part of trim over it and just would have looked weird. So for this very specific instance, that's why I didn't do edge bonding or banding, whatever you call it. But I did watch a video online of this guy explaining that you can use spackling to get the same effect. So let's hope that this actually works. And this is wood spackling. So this is like very specific. And it smells like matcha. I'm just gonna spackle these boards while I'm at it because then it can dry while I glue the other on it. Dude, why do you feel the need to always stand on my projects? This is how we ended up with issues last time. And the time before that, too. And there's edge bonding on the side here, and you're squashing it. Okay, so now that this is all dry, and I've done my edge bonding, or veneer bond, whatever you want to call it, on those pieces, and that's drying, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these little trim pieces here to create a two-dimensional house shape. I don't know if that makes sense, but think of it like a kid's drawing. I'm basically making a kid's drawing, but with pieces of like trim. Whatever. Kirby gets it. So I'm gonna do that. How did I f this? I swear, I've always gonna have that one piece that I just completely f up. Look at this. Hi. Hello. Excuse me. Watch out. Good boy. So this is the part that's a little bit more complicated because I'm making this sort of like roof piece right here. And I was tempted to cut it at a, you know, what is it, 90 degree? No, 45 degrees for each cut. So it would be a 90-degree angle. I was tempted to just cut it as a 90-degree angle, but I am realizing that if I actually cut it 90 degrees, it's not going to be the right measurement. So I don't know what I should cut it as, and I don't have one of those protractor things. I don't know if that's what it's called, but I'm gonna be honest with you, even if I did have that, I suck at geometry. I wouldn't even know what to do with it, honestly. I'd probably just use it as like a straight edge or something like that, or just toss it aside. So I might just start making cuts and see how that goes. Holy f***. Did that seriously work? On the first go? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is because I never miss.
I was gonna say that. Oh my god.
So right as I ask Tim for help, he says he's busy. This is what he's busy doing. So it has officially been 24 hours since I did all the progress I did last night. So I put wood putty in the cracks here, and for whatever reason, the wood putty is still not dry after 24 hours. So I don't really know what's going on there. It's a very, very, very thin layer. It's not like I left it all chunky, but honestly, I'm gonna try and give it like another 24 hours. And if that doesn't work, I'm gonna try and take a hair dryer to it or some because I don't really know why that's not drying. But in the meantime, I gotta paint these bad boys. All right, let's see how this is holding up. Hi, you here to help? All right, it's looking pretty good. So now all I need to do is go in and paint this, and hopefully it will look as good as it does in my head. So while I'm waiting on that first coat of paint to dry, I'm going to add wallpaper finally to this portion right here at the back of the box. Last week, I was convinced that I had made proper measurements and that I had exactly enough wallpaper as I needed. And that was not the case. So I officially, I did not make calculations properly So I did order more, but it sucks me have to buy a whole ass other roll of wallpaper, like all of this, for this tiny little thing right here. So it has been 3 days now since I put the spackling on this part of the wood. And mind you, I put a very thin layer on there and it is still wet. Like not a little bit wet, like it didn't dry like at all. So I have done the best that I can to remove it, and then I'm just gonna slap the trim on there, and then I'm going to put caulk in that sort of that area pressed up against the trim to seal the roughness. And then I'm gonna call it a f***ing day with that. I cannot think of any factors as to why this is not dry yet. It says on the bottle it takes 24 hours to dry. So I have no f***ing idea. So that brings us to this point here, and I am so excited for this part because it means that we are finally getting to the point where we are tying this bottom half of the project together. So I need scissors. I don't know where Kirby is at the moment, so I gotta open this box by myself. I bought lights to go under or inside of the dog's boxes. So I feel like I should test this out and see if this like actually works. Okay. Oh, that's bright. That is very bright. And it is yellow. It's like a nice warm, like not super yellow, but nice and warm. This is gonna be perfect. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do, God, it's comfortable in here, is I'm going to funnel this light in through this cord right here, or in through this hole. That's what I meant, was through this hole. And on the light, oh, that's bright. Ah! That looks so good. So one of the things that I liked about these lights when I ordered them, when I ordered them online, was that they came with stickers. So in theory here, I should be able to take this light and stick it wherever I want. Okay, so in theory, I should be able to just one of these stickers and just place it on the back here. Slap that on. Stick. Okay. Now, with the hanging wires, I have cord covers. So I'm gonna install that. So I got my cord covers. They're really long, which is fine because I can just trim them down. I got these at IKEA for super cheap. They're like $4 or something like that. I need scissors again. Every time. Awesome. They're great. So I just gotta stick this on here. So now I have the lights in both boxes, but now it's the moment of truth. I am adding the faceplate. I just hope that this looks as good as I planned it in my head. Oh my God, this doesn't fit. Damn it. Okay, so I shaved down the baseboard according to the width of this board, and then I added extra trim, so now I have to go in and shave down that baseboard a little bit before I can get this in there. Okay, so now Tim and I are going to add trim on here. Tim is going to help me move it. But first, I'd like to address, since I have him here, the fact that Tim got me horribly sick this week. And there was almost no episode because midway through this, I was so horribly ill.
Thanks,
Got me violently ill for about 48 hours.
24. You were sick Thursday. No, Friday. You were sick Friday.
I was also sick Thursday.
We weren't violently sick Thursday.
So you're just downplaying my illness.
Oh.
You can assuage your guilt.
Sorry, I got a thing stuck in my throat.
Is it the audacity again?
No, it's your attitude.
Okay, you ready to do this thing?
Yeah. If they do, then it'll come up.
So now I just have to. Why you gotta always interrupt my videos, Tim? I need to putty some holes now and then paint it, and that'll pretty much be it.
Even though this entire project is far from done, I'm still surprised that I have been able to pull this off thus far with no experience and no guide. Honestly, it makes me excited about what comes next.